This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets!
Morning.
What's up, Petey?
Brutal night.
We had a bad one as a Yankee.
Yeah, I know. Brutal night for New York sports.
It was.
Baseball, at least.
It was.
Yeah, I thought the Yanks were going to win.
I think everyone on the planet did with 2 outs.
Who blew it?
I mean, the guy just took Warren deep. He just fucking pummeled the ball to tie it up. I'm more upset about the fundamentals still. Just the way we're running the bases is just like, it's stuff you get yelled at in Little League for. And this is, I don't even understand. Just getting caught in between bases. It's just the head. I'm just happy we're where we are, 2 games away from World Series, but we're not playing. I don't feel we're playing that way. I still don't.
Yeah. Well, Judge and Stanton are heating up. Well, Stanton's been heated up.
Judge has had 2 home runs in 2 days. He's still not himself for sure. Stan's been killing the ball.
Yep.
Stan's definitely been killing the ball.
I feel like I've avoided the Jets all week almost, just because of that brutal loss. I talked about it, but it's
I think the Mets are finished now. I don't think they can come back from this, man.
So do I. I think they're finished too.
What was it? 11-2, 10-2?
10.
Yeah, it's just 17 runs in 2 days is just.
Yeah, they've walked over 30 people.
Yeah, it's just.
You can't win that way. Hogs, good morning.
Morning, gentlemen. We're getting ready for a nice Jets victory Sunday night.
Please.
And the season starts again.
Well, let's hope. It didn't start off good yesterday. Well, at 2 o'clock, the email that we got.
I saw that. I saw that shit.
I lost it yesterday with that.
But Peter, you know why he's doing this.
Why?
That's some nerve.
I mean, it's almost a concession of him saying, if this season continues tanking, people are not going to renew. So we got to force the renewal now. It's bullshit. What he's doing is bullshit.
And every NFL, I don't think every NFL team does it.
Well, no,
at this point,
Petey, the Jets are the only team that the playoffs seem like hiking Mount Everest. There's no other organization. There's no team that's struggling to just get to the playoffs like the Jets are.
Yep. It's just the timing's bad. Everything's bad. I don't have the energy right now. I'm still.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
I, I
assuming if
got
you
home.
called your agent, you guys can work out whatever.
Yeah.
What didn't they do it last year during like Christmas? Wasn't it due last year during Christmas? He must have gotten a call.
Sorry, bro. Sorry
Didn't
about
they
that.
give you the bill last year during Christmas?
No, in November too. You had to pay it. But give me a second,
Yeah.
Joe. Good morning, June.
Hey, good, good morning, Pete. Good morning, June. Buckeye.
June. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, everybody.
I could be wrong. What did you think? If the Jets were actually reading the room, that they would have waited a couple of weeks and maybe get a few victories under the belt before doing that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Before doing what, I came in late.
The renewal on the season ticket holders.
I mean, they did some crazy shit last year. As soon as Rodgers went down, they started asking for. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's just not good timing. It's not
You
good,
know what
man.
you know what it is though? It's like when someone gets caught cheating and the other person's like, "Let's get married." That's really what the Jets are doing. The more they punish
Yeah,
you, the
that's
more they're like,
wild.
"Let's do this."
That that's funny.
Yeah. The Jets torture the fan base.
I tell you, I make another analogy. It's like, well, it's just it's like that woman, right? That is just really bad for you, but she's just got that magic about it that you just kind of keep going back to.
Yeah, what's the magic with the Jets? I need to understand. I'm
that's, a,
committed to it. What's
that's
the magic?
that's a great point.
Because I
That's a
know the
great.
magic you're talking about on your example, but what's the
Yeah.
magic with the Jets?
Yeah, man, you're good point, pal.
June, if one of the Yankees get caught between the bases again, man, I'm gonna break my TV, bro.
You know what? This was a gent. It'll end up being a gentleman's sweep, basically.
I don't know. Yes, we're 2 games away, but I'll be honest, man. This whole getting thrown out between the bases, it's awful, bro. They're playing awful fundamentals.
I'm back. I don't feel like going on a tirade today about the Jets ticket shit, but it's fucking ridiculous that they did it. I'm gonna give them $100 for the tickets. And Joe, you're up here. It's just, I mean, they're 2-4, and you're asking for money, and it's not even halfway through the season yet.
It's bad. It's bad optics. It's disgusting.
It,
Yeah,
It's really disgusting.
yeah, but like I said, last year was bad too. Once Rodgers got hurt, they said, "Well, the price increase again." Like, come on.
Kind of changing the subject, right? Um, you always hate to lose, but I feel a little bit better about losing to Denver, although that game still sticks in my craw after watching them last night. But I mean, how we feeling about Sunday? Because I've been wrong all season. I thought they would have blew Denver out. I thought they would have came back and beat Buffalo, and
Mm.
I mean, this is really it, boys. Like, you lose this, you're 2-5, season's over, and you know what? There's nobody else to blame now. Everybody's gone. Salah's gone. Hackett's demoted. They got Devontae Adams. Like, there's no more excuses now, guys.
Here's what I think about last night, and it's something that we've all known. Coaching matters, man.
Yes.
Bo Nix, 16 of 26 for 164 yards. They scored 33 points. Like these guys, like Tomlin and Pate, they're winning without quarterback play.
yep,
Nothing but coaching.
yeah. The Saints are finished in my eyes too. They're bad.
Yeah, Spencer Rattler looks putrid, man.
Yeah, 1 second, Buckeye. Dante, good morning. How you doing, man?
Hey, morning, fellas, morning. I ain't gonna take up too much of your time, fellas. Just had two quick
Nah,
points.
man, you're good. Go ahead.
Yeah,
You sound like me. You sound like you just, bro. I got home from at 1 o'clock from the Met game. I had no sleep again. That's 2 nights
none,
this week.
none, brother, none. And I'm a port worker, man. So they work us 15 hours, man.
Oh,
We,
you work in Jersey?
yeah, man.
Oh,
I
you
was out
probably,
there with that. I was out there with Daggett and then when they were striking.
yeah, you probably know. I know somebody. I'll talk to you offline.
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. We definitely do that offline, brother.
Go ahead. What's up?
So it's a couple things I told y'all, man. The timing was off when they fired Salah. Some of the verbiage was off with the Devontae trade. But like I was telling you guys before, that was done. Devontae wanted to be a Jet going on 2 years, and the Raiders was playing hardball with the Jets. But I knew that was done a long time ago. And another thing we talked about that's still being a real big issue, fellas. If you go back and watch the game, you might throw up, man, when you watch the film. Michael Clemens is doing us dirty in the run game. He's doing us dirty
Yep.
because he's not containing his edge. So I was at that game and everybody, you know how they stand up on third down and get loud. I knew for a fact. I said this game is over. When I saw 72 on the edge, I said, watch, he either is gonna give up the run on the outside or he's gonna let the quarterback roll out. And what did he do? He crashed inside and Josh Allen just made one move and went outside and got the first down. We're gonna have a problem with Pittsburgh if this dude starts, bro. We're gonna have a very big
Who,
problem.
Russell?
He can't. Well, no. If Michael Clemens
Well,
starts at DN
he's
again,
gonna.
that's bad. That's bad. Go look at the film. They got it on Twitter too. People are like, yo, well, I'm confused as to what the Jets are seeing. Is it that we just don't have anybody else capable right now? Do you think?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah. I mean, Michael Clemens isn't supposed to be playing over 50% of the snaps. So
Sheesh.
yeah, I mean, who are you going to put in? Tack McKinley? How's he been? You know,
Yeah, you're right.
McGregor? I mean, I know he's high, but go ahead,
Listen,
Go ahead, Junior.
listen, Petey, and to his point, you can't tell me that McKinley isn't better than Clemens, man. Clemens has to be the worst option. Real talk.
Yeah,
He has to be the worst option.
he definitely is.
Yeah,
I would take my chance with anybody else.
yeah, at this point, something's got to be done.
Yeah, he's got to go. No, he's not an edge rusher. He may be better as a D tackle, but he's not an edge rusher. I can 100. And it's like the Jets are always so slow with that. Like everybody else in the league finds a way to get these smaller, faster these DNs, and the Jets just always find a way to just still be stuck in time. Like Clemens is not a DN in anybody's book on
Yeah,
anybody's
well,
team.
Dante, the Jets find a way to ruin everything. So,
They definitely
and
do,
we
bro.
keep coming,
You know,
we keep running
to
back
add
to
on
them. And
to add on to that, guys, right? Like he's 100% right about Clemens, right? You also take really McDonald out of that equation because McDonald is really at what is he at 245 or 250 a pass rusher. So
Facts.
you have really two guys trying to stop the run in Williams and either Loki or that undrafted free agent,
Leonard
and then
Taylor.
by the yeah, and then by the time they get blocked off the ball, they're already into um, Quincy Williams territory, and it's like you're really even watching last
Well,
night, right? Like Jesus,
Joe, can
yeah,
I just jump in on that? You just made an interesting point because if McDonald and Clemens, like there's two guys now and there's sometimes six offensive linemen, so they're going to get to the
right,
second level. And we've been getting
right,
gashed. Like that's a great point. But you got to look further than that. Then they're getting to the second level. And that's why these big
yeah,
runs are happening. It's bad.
right.
And listen, we lost 5 guys on that D line from last year. 5, right? JFM,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
tough.
mean, and you watched JFM last night. He played a great game last
yeah,
night.
we miss him.
I mean, can you get back Quentin Jefferson? I know he's on like on fourth or fifth on the depth chart. Like you got to try to somewhat. I mean, I really loved Sheldon Rankins too when he played. He played so great for us. I really wish they would have re-signed him too when they could have, but they lost so much beef up there. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, and you know what? Listen, if their thinking was, oh, that Reddick would help, he's a pass rusher too. He don't stop. He's not good against the run either. You're sacrificing a lot in the run game, and that's really on Joe Douglas.
Yeah, yeah. And do you
It
guys,
is.
do you guys realize we don't get interceptions?
Yep.
Like the Jets are weird with that. Eccles is the only DB. It's crazy. Eccles is the only DB. Every time somebody gets injured, he comes in and he somehow finds the ball. The Jets just don't get interceptions at all. It's like weird to me.
And yeah, and I'll tell you another thing. I'm not sure how you guys feel. Like, I'm starting to kind of want to jump off the Sauce Gardner train. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he doesn't have a lot of interceptions. I don't know. He only had two in his rookie year. He had none last year. He has none this year. Um, I understand that Revis had zero in 2010, but again, we're talking about Revis, right? Like two different players. But I know the shine's starting to come off for me with Gardner. You know, he's not that dominant cornerback. And to me, I mean, DJ Reed, I think, was playing better than him. But again, it's just the defense for God knows how long hasn't caused turnovers, guys. It's been a fucking 10 years now. We've been saying the same thing about that they can't cause turnovers.
Yeah, same thing. We just can't find a way to go find a safety that that is rangy, which is why I thought the Jets were going to be a little bit in on the kid that ended up going to where was that, Atlanta, the safety that went to Atlanta, but they no they didn't do that. They paid Kinlaw.
Justin Simmons.
Yeah, Justin Simmons. They paid Kinlaw. You got to think about it, fellas. The last time I believe maybe we had some better safety play. Um, a little bit later, but I remember the last time we had really good safety play. I would say not even going back to Jim Leonard. I would go all the way back to Kerry Rhodes, man. We had Kerry Rhodes, jokers flying around. It's like since then we can't find a joker that's around the ball. And when it comes to interceptions, for the most part, that safety is the guy that he sees where the quarterback's going. Sometimes the DBs, their back is turned. That safety, he sees everything. So it's like, yo, sometimes you got to go and make a move for a safety, man. We got to go and get a safety. And we've been rolling with Tony Adams, and we got to keep watching 21 go out there, Ashton Davis. Like we don't already know who he is. I don't know, man. I'm disappointed with our defense. I think the offense is coming. They're starting to click now, but I don't know about this defense, man. No pass rush and can't stop the run. But we second in the secondary, so I don't know.
I
It's
said
weird.
it all season, and everybody told me I was wrong. I said, do not let Franklin Myers go. Do not let Jordan Whitehead go. Do not let these players go. And I mean, everybody kept telling me, oh, they're not good, they're trash. But if you see what Franklin Myers is doing right now, you see what. Go ahead.
Santucci. Look. I agree with you on JSM. As far as Whitehead, I can't agree with you on that. I'm glad he out the building.
Yeah, but I mean, he's better than what we getting from Ashton Davis, and I mean,
I mean,
they
see, that's
young,
hard to
they
say.
young, they
No, but,
young.
but but you know what? There's no excuse for I call him Ashley Davis. There's no excuse for Ashley Davis because he's been here. Matter of fact, he's one of the first players to sign their second deal with Joe Douglas. It's no excuse with him. None.
None.
You've been in the league long enough.
And he's the reason we don't have Pinnock. And I like
Yeah,
Pinnock.
yeah. But say that shit again, bro.
Word.
Absolutely right.
Word is born. He's the main reason that Pinnock is not a Jet.
Yo, Dante, I haven't heard word is bond in a while, man. Damn. Oh
Word is
man, I'm a
that.
zombie right now. Between the Jet
That's how
game
I am.
Monday night, the Met game last night, it's luxury problems, but I'm shot.
Oh man, I feel you. I'm going to that Steelers game. We got some crazy seats for that game.
Are you driving out or flying?
We're gonna drive out. I was just talking to Gotham City crew too, with my boy Lou and Richie and all those guys.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think they
yeah.
going too.
Great guys, man. Shout out
Yeah,
to them.
yeah, yes sir, yes sir. Yeah, they gonna all be going out there. So it's gonna be a good amount of Jet fans out there. It's gonna be a good amount.
Yeah, well, the whole time. The problem is I think when we got Reddick and everything, including myself, like I just overlooked everything. Like, and then they got rid of Franklin Myers. It was like, geez, man.
Yeah,
And
But
I
see,
know,
but see, that's my thing, though, Petey. All right, you did these moves because you had Reddick on your roster, but then you don't, but then you don't close the deal. You just assume that he was going to sit there and you can lowball him. I don't. I mean,
But didn't the majority of us say JFM's contract was a bad contract?
yes, you're right. We did see that.
yeah,
We
and
we did see that.
most everybody was upset with his discipline penalties. Everybody
Yep.
thought
Yep.
that was a product of Sala, correct?
Yep.
And
Yep.
listen, I didn't really get into this a lot, but to me, the I thought that the Jets did a good job last week, not this week. Last week, fixing the pre-snap penalties. Because remember, they had all those penalties. Recall, didn't they have like 5 full starts at home against Denver? Correct.
yeah,
Yeah. The bad one was we had at the goal line.
Correct. And then they fixed that on the road. I mean, we still lost, and then back to the same stuff. They were undisciplined this week, and you can't blame Salah now. So it's the whole staff in general as it is. I just hope they can go
Yep.
on a run. That's it.
But
Yep.
was there expectations that Ulbrich getting a job on a Tuesday could like take whatever Salah is or isn't away in 4 days, whatever the hell it is? Like you can't say that because Salah left the building on a Tuesday, it's no longer Salah. Like the stench is still there, man. Like the stench is still there.
Yeah. Ah,
And I can blame Salah for Keith Carter. I will say that he left us with fucking Keith Carter. That was just fucking terrible, man.
I mean, do we really think that coaching could really
What?
like
Coaching is every
no,
fucking
no, I
thing.
understand that, but there's coaches that can elevate people. Like, is it like, can people really decline that much with a coach? Like, these are professional athletes. Like, what's the
It's
excuse?
a
But
combination, right?
but
It's a
Buckeye, what's
combination,
the
right?
excuse for Quentin Williams right now? What?
I
He got
I
his money.
I think Quinnen's just getting away with being like
The bare minimum.
his reputation and the bare minimum. I think that's perfectly put. I think Quinnen has got at this point people that don't watch Jets games are still thinking he is like in the top three. And now the Jets fan base, including myself, which took a long time to apologize for this guy, I'm like, no, he's great. No, he's great. The tide's turned, man. I think people are really frustrated that he's a liability. He's not an asset right now.
Yeah, but
I will say this.
Buckeye, I put Santucci. Just give me 15 seconds. The other day, I put up my top three disappointing Jets. I got a lot of
I
pushback
saw.
on Quinnen, like, oh, he's double, and I haven't really killed Quinnen, and I don't think he's a bad player at all. I just think he's disappointing this year.
I would just encourage anyone that's still supporting Quinnen to take some time to watch a Giants game and watch Dexter Lawrence, and you tell me that's not a close conversation.
Yeah, I get
It's
it.
not a close
Santucci, go
conversation.
ahead.
I'm just gonna say I feel like Quinnen came in the off season overweight and out of shape. Because when I seen him in that preseason game, it's like he was gasping for air. Like he couldn't even stay on the field. He was getting subbed in and out, in and out, in and out. And then that first game against the 49ers, oh my God, he looked like he was just like out of breath. Like he was I don't think Quinnen really just like showed up after last season. I mean, a lot of stuff can be blamed on Salah. I think Salah is a good motivator and coordinator, but a difference between being a coach is leadership. You got to be able to have a certain type of mentality to be a coach. Like Bill Belichick, he's not only a good coach, but he's not gonna let players like run over him. He knows how to take over the room. You know what I'm saying? Like coaches like that get the best out of their players. But when players know that they don't respect you and you're losing the locker room, it's a difference because players can regress under bad leadership. Like because they're not gonna be held accountable. And when you're holding players accountable, I think that's what we went wrong upon the solid. Because we all tried to shift the blame to one person when there was a big old elephant in the room. And then when that person left, we started seeing the other things that was exposed. When we didn't have Zach Wilson to pick on no more, we actually saw what everyone else could do. Because I said it last year. I said Sauce is overrated. DJ Reed is better. And we're seeing it again this year. I mean, I just hope we get it together, man. I hope we get it together. This Steelers game would tell it.
Yep. Neil, good morning.
Good morning, Petey. I was just going to jump in on the Quinnen thing. Quinnen Williams, there's a lot of things we see. We as fans, we pay attention to the talent on the field a lot of time, right? Like that's what matters to us. But there are other things in the draft evaluation process, and with Quinnen, a couple things that were out about him coming out was that he was lazy at times. Like, they questioned whether his motor always burned hot, and he also was kind of known for having some bad habits. His diet and exercise and stuff like that. And think about this in your life, right? Like this is their job. Like if I got paid $40 million a year, that doesn't necessarily mean I have to love my job and work, hard. So like you got to find people that love football, man. So I still think Quinnen is a top 5 to 7 defensive tackle any given Sunday. Um, I just don't think we've seen him hit that echelon of like a Chris Jones that maybe we all anticipated. Yet we've seen Dexter Lawrence do that for the Giants, and I think that's like the difference. It's not the talent, it's the small things. It is the coaching, it's the commitment, it's the dedication to it. So you need to find somebody that can light that fire under that guy's ass to get him to take that next step. And to your question, PD, on the coaching, how much does it matter with players? I think it's paramount, and it's not just coaching. It's the harmony between the coaching staff and your front office, right? Like we can use both of our teams, the Dolphins and Jets, as prime examples as teams that have talented rosters that we both for years have sat here and wrote checks and said our teams are going to do this. But the reason I think both of our teams never take that next step is that they have all these bright, shiny, foundations, sidings, and everything, for fixings, but it's on a bad foundation. And our owners, and our musical chairs in the front office, and our lack of continuity with coaching staffs, like those things hurt a franchise so much. And I think that has been the Jets' problem. The Dolphins' problem is they go out and get talent, but putting it all together is really challenging because you know the front office, the coaches, the owners aren't always on the same page. Look, we had our owner, after drafting two with the fifth pick, take Tom Brady on a yacht and try to recruit him to Miami, right? And then flirt with Deshaun Watson trade. So, when things are rotten from the core, it's going to play itself out through your entire franchise. And that's why I think year after year, it's the Ravens, the 49ers, the Bills in our division, the Chiefs. These, maybe their rosters aren't as talented as the Jets, Dolphins in a lot of cases. But I think from totality as an organization, we're seeing that their coaching staff and their front offices are so far superior. They know how to build teams that can win when there's adversity. In the NFL, there's always going to be adversity. And I know, Petey, you're struggling and you're frustrated. And trust me, I am as a Dolphins fan. And it's kind of like the same old story. It's like watching Shawshank Redemption for the 150th time. You know what's going to happen here.
Yep.
And you need a miracle to happen in your organization. I think, and I'm saying yours, I'm saying any organization, for things to turn. It's finding the Patrick Mahomes. It's finding that retread coach like an Andy Reid that's going to come and fix everything. And it doesn't always work. Look at Jacksonville with Doug Peterson. Like, I thought Doug Peterson was an awesome hire, and I thought Trevor Lawrence was going to take the next level. Trevor Lawrence stinks. Doug Peterson's going to get fired, I think, when they get back from this trip if they lose to New England. Like, it's hard to win in the NFL, and the margin of error is so small, and bad ownership and bad coaching, it really hurts your odds.
I agree, man. And listen, I've been trying to lay low with the whole Woody Johnson thing, but I'm disgusted, man. Like charging us ticket prices in October. Yeah.
I saw your message, man, and I heard you mention it the day before. Like, they better not do it. Like, it's crazy. And it just shows you, and I hate to say it, but it just shows you that you can be the best fan in the world. You can dedicate your money, your time, your resources to them, and all they care about is the dollar, right? Like, I've been a Miami Dolphins season ticket holder since 2005, and I live in Baltimore, so you could think logistically that's challenging. They just started emailing us this year after fans complained about how we can get chairs and book bags with Dolphins logos on it as appreciation. So it's like, and then, the Dolphins lose, and, I can't get to every game. I'm a dad and I'm coaching sports.
Yep.
The Monday night game against the Titans, man, I could only get $25 for a Monday night football game in section 126 for the Dolphins Titans. So I just ended up eating them.
Well,
And it's like,
Neil, here's the
it's
thing
crazy.
with me, and I'll let Office and Dom come in. Excuse me. Nobody's forcing me to buy the ticket, so it's my decision. So I have to live with it, and I'm okay with it. It's just asking warning us in October that November this is it's just a bad look. I'm sorry, and
I agree.
And it's not good. Office, jump in. I don't have the energy to yell right now because I'm really upset with the New York Jets.
Morning, everybody. PD June, how y'all doing?
Good.
Yeah, I saw that post, PD. That's crazy, man. I mean, unfortunately, like you said, what do you do, man? That's your team. You've been a faithful fan of them forever. Unfortunately, just as a jump onto what y'all were talking about, it's a lot of blame to go around everywhere. And it probably ain't going to stop for a little while. But it's a shame because I think you guys have a quality football team. Is it good enough to make an impact? Maybe. But unfortunately, with all the disaster stuff going on around it.
Anybody talking?
No. I'll give you a team to watch.
Wait, is Office? Office. Can you hear us?
No, nobody hears me.
Oh, all right.
I'll give you a team to watch, PD, and again, I don't know if they would blame him for this, but if Cleveland keeps losing with Deshaun and Stefanski loosens up, I'm telling you right now, anyone who needs a coach, that guy's the coach.
Yeah. Dom, go ahead. Good morning.
Morning, boys.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. Before I get into my point, I can't to Buckeye. I can't wrap my head around how Cleveland is going to fire the reigning coach of the year.
Because that organization, right, Dom? Cleveland Jets, same type putrid organization, no?
Yeah, no, agreed. But I mean, you can probably take a dart and throw it at a board and hit some sort of fall guy, but to get the coach of the year out, to me, just I don't know. I just don't see it. Listen, I don't wish it upon him. I'd be happy to take him as my head coach, that's for sure. But I digress. I wanted to talk about what Petey said about the tickets, and he kind of said exactly what I was going to say. what the Jets, like Woody Johnson is a very good businessman, and to him, this is a business. It's a very profitable business, right? He bought it for $290 million, and if he sold it tomorrow, it'd be what, worth billion? He'd get
$6 billion,
billions.
six,
Yeah, billion.
right?
Exactly. And we can argue, like, people always say that Woody's frugal, this and that. I don't necessarily think that Woody's frugal. I just wish to God that at sometimes he would take a step back, right, and just bring in a head of football operations. Let him make the decisions. Let him and the GM make the decisions. I don't know. It just like it seems like these organizations that have owners that have no, that businessmen, and I'm not knocking him as businessman, but as a football guy, there's no real substance there. So why are you getting involved in it? And listen, I get he's the owner. I guess he can do whatever the hell he wants to do. And we have to grant there. But in regard to the tickets, that's the reason why last year. I had 4 tickets in section 101. They were pretty penny. It wasn't cheap. And there are multiple reasons. And again, in hindsight, I wish I kept them and just did what made my money back and then some, and still gone to a couple of games, but I didn't. Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. And I had just enough of the take from my ticket broker and the Jets and all that stuff. Listen, I'll still go to games and I'll pick and choose when I can go, so on and so forth. So you're right. It really is a choice, and I'm not saying all Jets fans need to unify and not pay by November 15th before they change, because you know what? They really don't. They're not going to care. They're just going to move on to the next person who will.
But Dom, can I make a point on
it
that?
comes down to.
Dom, can you hear me real quick?
Yeah.
Or no? Well,
I can.
To your point though, they should be meeting with people like you and I. Like, I'm sorry, the people who sit in the coaches club, in my opinion, and this is not a knock, we're the blue collared fans, the people that sit, and pay, we're talking about this on a daily basis, Dom. And I just think they're out of
Petey,
touch with
but
people.
think about.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
Let's think of the market that we're in, right? I'm not saying you're wrong, and I don't disagree with you, but the market that we're in, they care about. They don't care about the blue collar. They don't care about the guy who's sitting in section 323. They care about the Pepsi box. They care about the corporate sponsorships. How when's the last time? And I know you go. Have you gone to a Knicks game recently?
Yeah, last year. It's a
it's
fortune.
All it's a fortune, and it's all corporate seats. I go because I happen to work for a company that has season tickets. It's all corporate. It's all about the almighty dollar. It's not about the fans' experience. It's not anything like that. Listen, think about. I went to, when I was in London, man. I watched. It was a Minnesota home game, and so there was of all the American fans, I'd probably say it was about 75-80% Minnesota fans, and that experience there was geared all towards those Minnesota home fans. They made, Minnesota made those fans feel like they were at home. I don't feel like that with a Jets game. What are the Jets? What kind of fan experience does the Jets offer?
But can I keep this? Can I keep this a buck though? The renewal, what he's doing. If you really strip it down to just the business side of it, not the moral loyalty, everything else.
Yeah,
it's savage good business for him to do what he's doing. So who's the highest? And again, think about it. Who's the highest paying customers of cable and cell phone people? The loyal customers that have been with the cable carrier and the cell phone carrier for years and years and years. They're paying the highest buck. Their bill's going up, 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 up. And the new people that never, ever used it, they get the sweetheart deal. So I know what Woody's doing. Woody's basically saying if this falls apart, like I'm not waiting for that. They got to commit now. It's business.
Bingo. Yep, I agree 100%, Buck. I think exactly what he's doing is it's smart business. It's getting you locked in before your heart's broken, right? You're optimistic. You still think everything's in front of you. You know, I do this all the time, man. You know, and that, you know, you get new gear when your team wins and all that stuff, and then they lock you in, and then they find a way to break your
Yep.
heart again. And to Dom's point, with the Dolphins, Stephen Ross just flipped 15% ownership of the Dolphins and made 7 times his original investment in the team. So every owner is going to get in front of a microphone and tell you they want to win. And I think Stephen Ross, as the Dolphins owner, wants to, but I think he's happy making billions of dollars owning the Dolphins because he's a businessman first and foremost. So, like, some of these guys probably don't even give a shit if they do win or lose.
Petey,
And
I'm not
I
throwing
think Woody
shade at
Isn't
you,
he
Johnson,
one
Petey.
of the richest owners as
They
well?
all are.
Yes, Petey, I'm not throwing shade at you,
yeah,
but
Yes.
That's what you get with a private
you
equity.
have no
They're
breaking
so
point with the Jets. You have no breaking point. If they go 0 and
Ah,
17,
yeah,
you have no breaking point.
actually,
And I'm not
Dom,
throwing
wait,
shade at
wait.
you.
Dom, if you're still up here, and then I want to get ground. So
I
Buckeye
am.
and ground, okay, while we're talking about this, my hope is, you know, that now my son is getting interested, that I can keep the family tradition going of taking my kids like my dad took me, you know, so that's the hope that I have. But Dom, I'm not lying to you. I was sitting there Monday night and I said to myself, why, when is enough enough? And it's a bad experience, man. And it's wearing on me.
Keep the tradition going.
Yes, I
Keep the
agree.
tradition going, though, Pete, because that's special. Football Sunday's sacred. I do the same thing with my son. I tried to coax my son to not being a Dolphins fan so he wasn't miserable. You know, his first football game he ever went to was when the Dolphins beat the Ravens in Baltimore and Tua threw 6 touchdowns, and he was hooked ever since that. And, you know, watching the games of them every Sunday, win, lose, or draw, I think the experience of bonding with your son over it is something that's so special. And, you know, look, it's miserable and losing sucks, but I'm a believer that things always do turn around. Like, you know, I'm a Capitals fan. I finally saw them hoist the cup. The Orioles were horrible for 20 years. They're still underachieving, but, like, you know, they've made the playoffs. Once you go through all that kind of the sewer of crap for decades and decades, when your team wins, it means so much more. Your sons are young, man. I think you got to keep the tradition going. You know, you'll be miserable on the inside, but at night, you know, when you put your head on a pillow, you know you're doing something special with your
Hey,
son, man.
Petey, renew your tickets. I'm gonna buy 2 $8 coffees this morning. Don't check for sanity. Do what we do, man. That's what we do.
Dom, ground. Just do
Yes.
you have anything else? Because like, I could do this all day. I no,
No,
that's
I'm
good.
good.
I agree with you on this. But Dom, even the fireman Ed thing, if they're phasing him out, are they phasing him out because he's older now and they want the younger generation? But the younger generation, to me, Dom, like even my kids do JETS. They hear it. It's a tradition. They cannot. And Dom, this is not towards you. To me, they cannot get rid of that, man. They can't. It's a tradition of Jet games.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. You know, if I had to listen, I wasn't at Buffalo. I didn't go to the Buffalo game. I was there for Denver. I remember them doing the chant in Denver. People say that they only did it a couple times. I don't recollect. I don't recall. But listen, it's morphed over time, and my guess is what they're trying to do. I don't know if they're trying to phase him out. I don't know any of that stuff, you know. And to me, and everyone has their own opinion on it. All right, so I'm not gonna say this in an abrasive or offensive way. Like the you know the Fireman Ed and Hulk Hands and the jet guy that's on the jet man that's on the jumbotron, that doesn't, to me, that doesn't move the needle. To some, it does. It's tradition and so on and so forth. But you still hear plenty of Jets chants, right? So, if anything, the Jets are, they started this video, the Jets, that video. They're probably just trying to take it and market it. And soon enough, it's going to be, here's the Jets chants, sponsored by, Bausch and Lomb or Johnson & Johnson or something like that. Again, If anything, Pete, if that's like the main reason to kind of get Ed off of the jumbotron, it's probably a financial decision. It's probably something that they're trying to market and or copyright. Again, business.
Fair enough. Ground, go ahead. You've been waiting.
Yeah, Woody gets crushed for being like a bad owner, but like, listen, I get it that they haven't won anything in the tenure that he's owned the team, but it's like most owners are not football people. Okay, the Steelers are football people because they're like one of the original franchises, and it's like a team that gets inherited, uh, you know, down from like generation to generation. But the Lions were too, and the Lions were a pile of shit for a long time. Um, like if I could own the Jets, right? I mean, Petey, would you have fired Salah? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's. I think the guy's really trying his best, man. And you are when you are the owner, you do have a right to have some kind of say in your business, whether you're a football person or not. And you know what? I
Yep.
don't think you need to be a football person to own a team. Number one. Number two. I mean, football people fuck up on football decisions 70% of the time. I mean, look at the draft, right? I mean, like, you mean to
Look
tell
how
me, like,
bad Dan Snyder was.
yeah,
Ground, you know
you
what
know,
his key flaw is? He continues to surround himself with yes people and like people that do not challenge him. Like that's really and I'll never forget obviously the whole Matt rule. You got to take this coordinator. That's put like the Adam Gate like
well, who said that to him? Was it Jaime? Like, who's the guy? Like, because listen, they hired Joe Douglas, right? Is he a yes man? I don't. Doesn't seem like he is.
Yeah, but
I,
Ground, they had to go out of the box and say, well, you have to give 6 years. Like,
yep,
that's really an unheard of contract.
correct.
Like, we have to overpay for everything, you
Well,
know?
yeah, you have to
And Ground,
overpay
Ground,
because
let me just comment on this. The whole ticket thing like, I just think it's a bad look, man. Like, even
so
Giant
so
fans
so.
commented about they have a PSL and they don't have to pay till March. Like, I understand they want their money and I get it, but just the way they do it, it's just, it's
But what
like
are
when you
they
present,
saying? They're saying that you have in 30 days you're going to have to pay for your tickets.
yeah, you got to, pay November 15th. You could pay in full or do a 6 month.
So what? So what is? So what is the? So what is the tasteful way of doing it in your opinion? Then I'm not saying you're
Well,
right or wrong. I'm
yeah,
just
I
trying to
don't
see
want
how.
to.
I'm just trying
Yeah,
to understand how far apart you are from what would be,
well, they
a
used to
pleasant purchasing experience.
they used to do it in March, and now they're doing it, in November. I mean, I get it, but you're
What do you get?
accelerating it. What? Well, I get why they're doing it. They want their money, and it's a business, And guys, I'm sorry if I know it's a football Friday, and there's a game this weekend, so I hope people aren't bored by the combo, because this isn't just about me. This is about Jeff fans too. And Ground, it's unacceptable to me. And I just think what Fireman Ed and there's going to be people that say, oh, he's selfish. It's all about him. No, he has influenced wins and all this stuff. And, there's going to be a point where it ends with him, God
He's
forbid.
definitely, he's influenced the energy of the crowd. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just don't think it's a good look. I don't with the tickets. And now this, and then everything that happened. It's bad. So, but
Just get this fucking win
I,
in Pittsburgh, man. That's
yeah, and Buckeye, if they were 4-2, I'm sure Jet fans would be bitching and complaining too about it. It's always something you want to complain about, including me. But it would have been less distasteful if they were 4-2 instead of 2-4. That's it. Office, go ahead.
Morning, everybody. I think I broke up earlier. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
I wanted to real quickly. One of your really cool people from your space reached out to me, and I just want to lightly apologize for yesterday. Um, they brought it to my attention that, albeit I was just trying to be funny and join in, it definitely wasn't my spot to try to be funny during a
Wait, was it
dispute
in this
over money. You
was
know
it
what I mean?
in this space?
Yeah, just with the guy that maybe had the little light issue with the
Oh,
Hexigan.
don't
maybe
worry.
he
I
met
was
her, maybe he didn't. But
Hexigan.
yeah, don't
yes,
worry.
sir. But I
You're
just
good. No, office, you're good. I just was upset that, you're trying to get 30%. I'm just trying to get the standard. It's 10%. I'm just trying to teach you the logic of the Northeast. I know you're a little bit south. It's all good, bro. We're good. Don't
yeah.
even mention it. Just get to football. We're good.
All right, cool.
You're welcome in this
Football.
space. Everybody's welcome in here, but once you start getting personal and get off the line, then that's when, you're good.
Well, I thank you, Petey, and that's why I just wanted to lightly say my bad. You know what I mean? All
Yeah,
good. But
it's all respect,
football
bro.
wise, thank you, sir. Football wise, I'll be honest with you. I think you guys actually stand a good chance right now, right? Because I'm not saying Pittsburgh's exactly where you guys are, maybe in kind of just where are we category, but I tell you what, you'll be in better shape if they do play Russell because he can't really run like that anymore. And this might be a great week to steal a victory despite all the hardships y'all are facing. You know what I mean? And you get these guys to play a full football game, you get the kicker to make one or two extra balls, you'll be looking good. Because unfortunately, the wind taking that one field goal really just knocked the momentum away from y'all the other night. You know, you was playing a good football game. I really hope that those folks choose to continue and embrace the fireman Ed man because I mean he's been a staple of your football organization for a long time. He's always represented the Jets, not just fireman Ed, from what I could tell. Obviously, very selfless man there. And my only other question was, but you answered it. I was curious if they did the same thing for the Giants with the tickets, but obviously being two different
No,
organizations.
I heard, from somebody, that their invoice comes out in March.
Because I think that's
Yeah, but
about when the
that's
Ravens
attached
come
to a
out too.
PSL, Petey.
Correct.
That's a big. That's a
Oh, so they have
you
that
don't you
with
don't
the
want to be in that.
But Buckeye, to be fair, sorry. Excuse me. Gosh.
Take your time, brother.
Yeah, no, I
Stride it.
just lost my train of thought. No, Buckeye, the Jets have PSLs too. Some of the fans don't. The Giants have them. Everyone has one. But I'd like to get C Webb on here because C Webb's a season ticket holder. That's actually something very interesting. I'm going to try and reach out to him. But you're
So
right.
their
They do
whole
have
program has it?
yeah, the whole entire stadium. The Jets didn't do it with the upper level, thank God. The
Just
Giants
the
tried.
lower level.
No, they did it, and then they started waiving them because the Jets lost a lot of fans. So, but
Do you think that's
office
what they're trying to do now? Is
what?
figure out who's with them and who's not by
No,
sending out that invoice?
no, because they need to sell tickets.
The Giants just lost Andrew Thomas for the year.
And it
Wow.
sucks paying for uncertainty. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yeah. Office. Just let me
Thank
get
you.
to yeah. Stay up here, boss. CB and Brandon, go ahead. I don't know who was first.
Brandon was first.
Brandon, good morning.
Top of the morning, everybody. Top of the morning, everybody. Shout out to
Top.
Speedy.
Yep.
I see you, June, man. I see the rest of y'all speakers, man. Listen, first of all, y'all got a good matchup coming up with the Steelers. Russell Wilson will be starting. I think that gives y'all an advantage. I don't think Fields was doing anything dynamic at quarterback, but he was doing what he was asked to do. They're going to try to open up the offense some more with Russell, but sometimes when you haven't played in 7 weeks, the rust got to get knocked off, and that gives the Jets an opportunity, obviously. You know what I mean? So I do like the Jets in this football game. But, man, I'm destroyed as a Saints fan, bro. Boy, it's bad down here, boy. I'm going to be on the sidelines. The rest of them be observing the rest of the teams around the National Football League and watching a bunch of college football because, boy, we bad. We bad.com. Hope y'all Jets, man. Hope you get it together, man. I hope this Sunday starts off on the right ship. And y'all find a way to get yourselves a W because I do think if the Jets could make the postseason, it could make things interesting. It's just due to the roster that you have. So I'm looking forward to seeing y'all get an opportunity and seeing if y'all can beat the Steelers. I think if y'all beat the Steelers, it gives the team some push moving forward that, hey, listen, at some point in time, some teams, they need that one win to go on a winning streak.
Correct. Good
And
point.
so it just means that sometimes when you get that win, you're like, all right, we got something. This is how we can play. And it can string on to some games where you can go on a 3 to 4 game winning streak. And I think that starting with the Steelers, now the Steelers are good. They're a good football team. They're not great at anything, but they're good at a lot of things. And that's what makes them hard to beat. Because, again, their secondary is better this year. Now they got Jackson. And, they got some other players in that secondary. Obviously, we know about T.J. Watt. Offensively, it's still stale, but they got some solid players. Najee Harris might find ways to get loose, and Warren can do some things. I'm just not sold on the receivers.
Brandon, it's a lock though on Sunday. We're going to get outcoached. That's a lock. Like that's the part that we go into that game with we will get outcoached.
I think that when it comes down to it, I think here's the concern that I think the Jets have when you have a Rodgers. Let's say you're in the fourth quarter and you're down by a possession within 8 points, right? 9 minutes left in the game. You figure you got maybe 2 possessions left in this game, at best 3, give or take. It's are you at a point where can you still coach this team, or is Rodgers trying to be the hero? If that makes sense, is he? And I think that's where the confliction may come in at. You get what I'm saying? Like at this point in time, everybody needs to be on Aaron Rodgers' pages, or everybody needs to be on the page of what the coach is trying to do to win the football game. And I think that if y'all can find a happy medium, I think the Jets will be fine. But you got to start this week because time is starting to run out. Week 7 is the mid part of the season to where the room for error starts to disappear. That makes sense if you're trying to make a postseason run, especially if you're not above 500 already. You know what I mean? So now is that time to where the Jets are against the wall. Sometimes when you get down a certain record, it's just the probabilities are the probabilities. And it is what it is. So this week is more pressing for the Jets to find a win than the Steelers.
Agreed. They just need a win. CB, good morning.
Morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Jets are gonna win this game. I went back, I watched Steelers and Raiders, and that game really came down to Aiden O'Connell and the Raiders just, shooting themselves in the foot in terms of turnovers. And I just can't see the Jets doing that. The Jets haven't turned the ball over outside of that Minnesota game at an alarming rate. Rodgers is usually pretty careful with the ball until you get him in a late drive situation where he has to force it. I just don't think and the Steelers also had a block punt, I believe, in the third quarter, if I'm not mistaken, that set them up inside their own 15. So as long as you avoid those little mistakes like that, make sure that you pay a little extra attention to Alex Highsmith and TJ Watt and just kind of make sure that they don't get off. Cam Hayward's still really, really good on the interior, but versus Titman, AVT, and John Simpson, I'll live with it. He'll have a play or two, but they'll also hold up well. I just think you got to feed Adams and Wilson early and often, and let Ahmad Gardner, because I'm not calling him Sauce anymore until he starts making plays. Let Ahmad Gardner follow George Pickens and start making some plays, man.
Damn, you pulling the Mosley treatment on Sauce, huh?
I haven't looked. Is
Hey,
Pittsburgh
man,
Morris?
Quinnen's not Q no more. It's now Quinnen Williams. Like nobody gets nicknames until they start. Eccles is the only one who can get a nickname for me right now.
Is
Damn, not
Pittsburgh
even
more
A-Rod?
susceptible to the pass or the run? I have not looked at that.
I posted something up on the Jumbo from Nania. When the Steelers defense faces somebody who gets the ball out in 2.5 seconds or less, they are not good. Like, not good at all. So, and Rodgers has gotten over 55% of his passes out
Well,
in
that's
2.5
CB.
seconds.
That's a
So,
good point because I think Rodgers, like I started watching him and Devontae. Rodgers, Devontae, even if he's not open, he'll get open if Rodgers can at least move around a little bit. So I think that they're going to do both of them, quick throws, and he's going to let time develop. Garrett Wilson should feast now, man. Then that's what we need. We
The
need
only thing
a Garrett Wilson Monday night performance again this week.
yeah, the only thing I want to keep seeing, PD, is I want to keep seeing Todd Downing use motion to set up the
Amen to
passing
that.
game, not just the running game. Like the way they were scheming stuff open on Monday, I was like, yeah, we might have Buffalo dead to rights. Obviously, they're a good defense, but the way we were moving the ball on them, especially in the beginning, I'm like, all right, if we could do that to them, I know we could do it to a way lesser defense. And I'm not trying to disrespect Pittsburgh at all, but I think if Pittsburgh's pass rush isn't cooking, then they're not the same defense. That's all.
The question is, how much time does Devontae Adams get?
We're here.
You just
I
need them at the
Oh,
I
I
right
think
mean,
he gets
time,
all
brother.
game.
You
I
just
think
need
he
them
Sunday,
gets
at
all
the
Sunday.
right
game.
time.
How much playing time does he get?
I think they'll throw him right in, man. If that's not the case, then you could see now that Mike Williams has been out 2 days for personal reasons. Why?
You know that's the
Right.
reason. He's hurt that Rogers one of the bus from us. He's hurt, and they're trying to trade him.
yeah, he'll be traded today. I'm sure he'll be
He's
traded.
probably, yeah, because he's a little older. He's probably a little tired and beat up because he's been trying to
I
play
don't
like a
know.
younger fella.
I don't know about that office. I think he's in phenomenal shape. They were just working his way back from his knee, and
Oh, I got you.
yeah. Jet Georgia, jump in, man. Good morning.
Morning. How y'all doing?
Uh, Better now with that nice good morning. All enthusiastic.
Let's just warm down here. So I'm going to throw a couple interesting tidbits, and then I'm going to throw a question out to the team. Tidbit. Got a chance. You were talking about generations from traditions. Took my dad back to the stadium on Monday and took my son up for his 14th birthday. Sat in the bowl. Had a chance to sit next to Garrett Wilson's dad. I'll throw a couple interesting tidbits on around that. Number one, what a nice guy. Garrett Wilson has had an incredible upbringing, incredible value system. His dad's an EVP, Fortune 10 company. What a great guy. What I found fun or interesting, two things. Number one, when Garrett went down after he missed the touchdown pass, he was down for about 3 or 4 minutes. It really puts things in perspective. Two things. Number one, you could see Garrett Wilson's dad. You're saying, "Hey, man, he should have made the catch." Even Garrett's dad was like, "You got to make that catch." But he's like great defensive play. But then he's just saying, he's that for those in the stadium, he was down for a couple of minutes. You hear that, that uncomfortable, "Hey, man, get up, baby. Come on, get up, baby." And just a reminder, to all of us, this shit's real. So that's just one tidbit. The other tidbit, which I think we'll all find interesting, I found fascinating, was when we were in the red zone, or I guess the gold dust zone, is Paul Hackett we call it. Um, we had the delay game penalty. Garrett's dad is a calm dude. Didn't act like a fan. He was a dad there watching his son. He gets the game cold though. He's a smart guy. All of a sudden, Garrett's dad unleashes a fucking Aaron. Come on, damn it! Like just like we all were. I go, hey, Mr. Wilson, what's your perspective on all these delay game penalties? It's like, it's all fucking error. And you could tell there was a little bit of distaste. So be warned of that. That's stuff we were talking about in the preseason. What's up with Garrett and Rogers? It's definitely a learning process, and you could tell there is some frustration there. That said, let's get to a question, because I want to talk about what the Jets need to do to start winning and how their identity changes. On paper, and just based on the talent team, what's the strength of the Jets roster? I'll throw this to anyone else
Right.
who's got the mute on.
I mean,
Mute
I
off.
still think the secondaries, with DJ Reed, Carter, they're
Yep.
not healthy right now.
Yep.
We have playmakers on offense, Brees, Garrett, Aaron. Their offensive line is disappointing, but I think Quincy Williams is really good still. They got a lot of talent, man.
Yeah, I agree. So let's think about that for a second, PD. Our quote unquote bullshit identity, which Sal has been preaching for 3.5 years, was let's win the game with defense and establish the run. Here's my proposal, hopefully, and because I actually have hope in this, because Ulbrich I don't think he was outcoached the other night. I thought Ulbrich and Downing coached a good game. I think we keep Mike Williams. Let's come out in the run and shoot, right? Let's come out 5 wide with Brees, either motioning into the backfield or 5 wide, and the other strength is Rogers' brain and arm. Let's come out in a run and shoot, because we're not going to beat people in the trenches anymore. It just ain't happening. Let's come out. Let's get fucking aggressive on offense, and on defense. Enough of this bullshit where we're rushing for. We can't rush for anymore. We got to run blitz. We got to pass blitz. Let's go take Jamie Sherwood, move him back to safety where he was in college. Let him play that stupid Jamal Adams role, 8 men in the box, and say, you know what? We got the 3 best cornerbacks in the league, or we got for the number 1, number 2, number 3 cornerback, we got tops in the league. Instead of trying to protect those 3, let's put those 3 on the bubble. Let's put those 3 in harm's way and say, you know what? We're going cover 0. We are going to fucking kill it in the line of scrimmage. We're going to cause some turnovers. Maybe we'll have a couple of big plays against us, but we're going to take the lead with a run and shoot on offense. And on defense, we're going to be Rex Ryan like exotic blitzes, and we're going to allow Sauce. If we're going to have to pay Sauce, let's see him travel, like the dude said earlier. Let's see him cover Pickens. Let's see DJ Reed go one-on-one. Let's see MC2 go one-on-one once they're all back and healthy. And our identity got to flip from this Robert Saleh, whatever his thought was, to we're a run and shoot on offense. Who's going to stop us when we got Mike Williams, Alan Lazard, Garrett Wilson, and Devontae Adams lined up wide with Brees Hall either running, with an open box, or, going one-on-one against the safety? It ain't going to happen. So that's my 2 cents. We got to start playing to our strengths. And I'm hopeful, because Ulbrich and Downing, they were not outcoached the other night. We just, for the first time, actually, we're always shooting ourselves in the foot, but normally we're dead when we shoot ourselves in the foot. We were actually alive when we shot ourselves in the foot last time. So anyways, sorry about the long-winded rant. I'm hopeful, and I guess takeaway from the whole Garrett Wilson dad conversation is hopefully the 2 of them start improving some chemistry. Thanks for the time and the airtime, Petey.
You got it. Stay up here. Anybody want to rebut that with Sherwood?
Yeah, you can't. Sherwood isn't a safety anymore. He's not. That I can see that being a huge problem for this defense, trying to put him back there again. That time's gone.
So, question: how do we know that?
Can I say something? I watched a lot of those Auburn games.
Yes. Sorry, I was on mute. This is the Jet Georgia. You turn this man. This is good, guys. Go ahead.
Yeah,
CG.
he's good. He's good. Sherwood was in a rover 5-2 defense, and a lot of times they brought safety down the linebacker. Well, Sherwood is not a safety. He's not a safety. That's why he transitioned his senior year. He transitioned to linebacker. His coverage skills is bad. It's not good. He's a run stopper. He has gotten better in coverage lately, though. I mean, he has gotten better. But I think that the Jets should, like I said, they should use like a rover 4-4-4-3 defense, because the way teams are gashing on us. The reason why I say this, we're getting no push from our defensive line. So the only way to protect that run and still be able to cover the pass is to use a Rover 4-3-4-4 defense. And Rover, for those who don't understand, all it means is you roll the linebacker over. Sometimes he blitz on the line. Hassan Reddick do it a lot. Sometimes you bring him down to the end. Sometimes you space him out in the flats. Sometimes you roll him back. He may play a high coverage on cover 6. That's something that we could do. But as far as the run game, the only thing I'm scared of with the Steelers is Najee Harris having a big game. Because I mean, it's a good thing they took out Justin Fields. Because I mean, the way the run game is going, I would have just been a deer in the headlight seeing them run any kind of zone option or you know power run game against us. As far as Mike Williams, I don't think he's the type of person who can bounce back from being called out publicly like that. And the reason why I say that is like the Jets fan base have turned on him. Whatever running the route or whatever. I mean, I could be thinking too deep into it, but him missing 2 days of practice is different. And he's not injured. So,
No, you're not wrong. You're right. Go ahead.
nah, that's the point I was making. But I just when you miss 2 days of practice, that's let me know like you're pretty much requesting a trade, basically. So
Yeah, I think Williams here is checked out, guys. I think mentally he's done. Um, I think early next week you're probably going to see him traded for a conditional sixth round pick. I think it's time to move on from that experiment. It was worth a shot. It absolutely was. But I just don't know. He's mentally not there right now. Physically, I think he's getting better, but mentally, he's just not there.
I do you one better. I sit there and say he gets traded after this game to Pittsburgh,
Mm.
Ooh.
and the only reason why he's not traded to them right now is because we have to play him. After this game, he'll be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
June just did a take and gave himself a sound effect to his own take.
That's a good point, Jude. You might be right,
He
brother.
said,
You might be right.
"Ooh."
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Uh, I came to check see if y'all needed some tickets to the game. Y'all know I live out here. You know I'm kind of tapped in. Y'all need some tickets. Let me know. If you ain't Petey though, you playing full ticket though. I ain't lying. Petey the only one get a discount.
Hey T, hold on T. I can't get it either.
You can't get Pete discount. No, I'm sorry. No, you can't. Hey,
Oh,
hey,
yo,
hey, hey,
that's
hey, hey, hey.
horrible,
I'm
bro.
sorry. Hey, Pete a good dude, man. Pete,
I'm not a good dude, bro.
you is, but that nigga Peter actually called and
Nah,
check on me
man.
and my dog. Nigga, Peter good dude. I'm sorry.
Look, man.
He got the
Look, I
discount double
called you,
check.
but the number, I guess you didn't answer the phone.
Oh no, that nigga Peter call me on fucking IG if he can't get a hold of me. That nigga will call me, be like T, just so I can talk to him and the kid, man. Nah, man, Pete, good people, man, good people. But yeah, I came to see what the hell y'all gonna do about that TJ Watt nigga.
Yo, T, wait, what? I know you say I'm good people. I just got back.
Oh, I was saying you can have the tickets to the game, but you already told me you can't make it.
Oh, yeah. When you got tickets, let's sell them. Let's make some money.
That's what I'm trying to do right now. Fuck you, mean?
Let's go. Talk to me offline.
You know I'm trying to make some nigga. I'm always trying to make $1 and $100. Fuck you, mean? You hear me?
Man, T, you're a little off on time. Trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Tupac, come on.
Yeah, I know. I was actually quoting someone else. Actually, I was actually quoting Maze, but it's
You
sad
really
that you
have two
didn't.
tickets?
Yeah, my homeboy got season tickets. Yeah.
And your homeboy's just gonna give it to you like that, and then you're gonna make money? You
Well,
gotta think.
you would have got the tickets like that, and all I would have needed from you was like 200. But everybody else, oh no, they paying top dollar. Oh no, no,
Oh
no, no,
man,
no.
you ain't charging me the tax, my man. That's why I love you.
Oh, duh, you good people.
Oh man, it's some
Hey,
bullshit.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Look, man.
Oh
It
no,
is not.
no,
Hey,
my
look. Hey,
bad, man.
look, man. What
Nah.
I was
I
going
thought
through, what
my
I
mute.
was
I
going
thought my
through.
mute button was on, bro.
I'm
My
gonna be
bad.
real with you. What I was going through, what I was going through. That's the only man. One man, nobody on Spaces. That was the only person that gave a fuck about T. So I'm sorry that I only give a fuck right now about him and his. I'm sorry. That's just how shit works sometimes. You
Listen,
know what
man.
I'm saying?
Listen,
I'm
but
loyal. I'm
T
loyal
T
to
T
those.
T. Let me
Huh?
comment, man. Listen, and this is me, and I don't need to put up no front because I don't front on here.
Sure don't.
People could say I front all they want. When somebody does right by me, you best believe
I'm gonna
I'm
do
a
right
check
by
in with
them.
somebody. So I don't need to give a life lesson here, but you're my guy.
You know what it is. The kids in
Yep.
school or no?
Yeah. Yep.
They in school? Okay.
Yep. So
Hey, Buckeye,
Yo,
Oh,
I
I
fell
didn't tell
asleep
you,
last
Pete.
night. Who won
My
that Mets
neighbor who
game?
played football,
Mets
Pete.
got
June,
Mets got
wait,
trounced.
wait, hold on, June. Hold on, June. I will get back to you. June, you know what's funny? T, 1 second. June, you know what's funny? You laughing, but that I thought about this morning because I'm like, is June gonna mention this? Because I'm not going to antagonize that you guys, what you blew last night. Not pause that you didn't blow
Oh,
anything.
whoa.
Not
Go
you,
Dodgers. That's all I give a fuck about. Hey,
not you.
somebody
The
tell Joe
Yankees.
Clark. Somebody tell Joe Clark. You better take down that tweet you said about my goddamn Dodgers, nigga. Yeah.
PD, all I
Yeah.
ask is when the Yankees move to the World
Who
Series,
gives a
we
fuck? We
we
gonna
we
whoop
keep it.
their
We
ass
keep
too.
no, you're not. We keep a
Who
segment.
ain't?
We
No,
keep
you're
a
not.
segment on the commute talking baseball. We're not shutting baseball down.
Yeah. Because every day we get
Da, 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 da.
a
No,
pack
no,
that
no,
shit.
no.
Yo, the
You know what
trumpets
I'm
will
saying?
still
So
be played.
Hey,
Don't
hey,
worry.
Buckeye, let me tell you something. My daddy is a Yankee fan. I'm a Dodger fan. That nigga like the Cowgirls. I like the Eagles. So, nigga, every team that he like,
you don't like your
I
father,
don't
do you?
like that nigga and nothing he support. So, nigga, they pussy ass Yanks. Babe Ruth can come back from the dead as a ghost and be the coach.
But
They not gonna
T, you didn't
win.
read the
I
news
need
this
you to
morning.
know that.
T, you didn't read the news this morning.
I don't give a fuck what
No,
was
hold
on the
on. I think you
news.
do. The Dodgers just hired Sirianni. You're
Who gives
fucked.
a fuck?
Yeah, that's it. That's
We
it.
don't need, well, nigga, we got Otani. Fuck we need Sirianni for. Hello?
Uh,
Hello? Yeah, you forgot we had that bad motherfucker right there. He bad. Bad to the
Yeah,
bone.
yeah. You know, there's a dude named Aaron Judge, right?
Nigga, we got a nigga named Mookie Beggs, Max Moosey. Like, nigga, what we
You know
doing
that. You
over
know there's a
here?
Juan Soto,
No, no,
right?
no, 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 no,
Wait,
no, no,
oh, hold on. Wait,
no,
T,
no,
you
no,
like
no,
the
no.
Dodgers?
No, no, no. Don't start. Don't
yeah.
start. I
Hell, he
grew up
like
in
the
Florida,
Dodgers.
baby. It was a baseball diamond in my grandma's backyard,
Good
nigga.
morning, gentlemen.
Nigga, I grew up playing baseball, bro. Come on, man.
Good
Yo,
morning,
What's up
Mo.
Mo.
with it? What's up? How you doing? How you doing?
Hey,
I'm
Mo, you
good.
just came in here with your other account and then switched?
What do you mean my other account? It's my same account.
Oh, all right. I saw another account come up. What up? What up, Mo?
Not
Welcome
much. Not
back.
much.
Buckeye, we gonna whoop y'all ass, nigga.
Yo, can you
You
hear
bet.
Mo,
You
T?
better hope you get done with Cleveland.
We're
What you
gonna get.
talking?
Yo, T, you over talking everybody. I can't even talk. I got a freaking hoarse voice from the Mets. I'm miserable.
Wait. Your voice was hoarse from the Met game. What was
The
the
home
Right,
run,
because y'all
yeah,
was never in that
the
game.
the the 1-1.
Yeah,
June,
exactly. So what the fuck?
Hey,
yo,
by the
What
time
was you
Mookie hit
fucking
his home
yo,
saying?
run, that shit was
June,
already over. Fuck you mean?
June, the pregame
Yeah.
too,
Hey,
June.
hey,
You know
Petey,
what I
your
mean?
voice
The
should be in
pregame.
tip top shape.
Pre-game, nigga.
It was anticipatory
Yo,
cheering.
Tweety, Petey, horse from singing "Oh My
Nah,
God."
Petey
That's
was
what your
singing
voice is.
"Sign Alonzo." He was
No, I
already
was
off to
not.
the next. He was already
I
off to next season, man.
June. I will tell you this. I did
I
not
do want
sing.
y'all to know,
Wait,
though,
wait.
we
T
did
T
spare a
T.
lot of teams. We
Oh,
haven't
T.
pitched
Ask
Otani.
T if
We
he can
spared
hear
y'all.
me. T, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Of course
All
you
right.
can.
So June, I did not sing "Oh My God," but pause. The legs and hips were moving. I pulled a couple of dance moves
Not
standing
you was
up.
out there
So
being a TikTok uncle. Oh, Lord.
Hey yo,
Who's your favorite Met player of all time,
hilarious.
Petey?
uh, uh it's a couple: Strawberry, Piazza, Reyes, and I loved Yoenis Cespedes when he was here.
Yo, Cespedes was a dog.
Okay. My favorite guy was Gary Carter and
You know what?
John Gillette.
He was too concerned. I think he jerked the Mets completely.
Who?
Cespedes.
Don't do that. Don't disrespect him.
I
Don't do
think he
it. Don't
did.
do
I
no,
mean,
Hey,
no,
wait,
no.
June, guess who's throwing out? He's catching the first pitch tonight. You heard?
Didn't Cespedes have a wild boar
who?
injury? Isn't that
Yes.
what he said? Oh
Yes.
my god.
Nigga sound
Right.
like
He got
nigga
gored up.
sound like he been watching too much Game of Thrones. Nigga, nigga said I had a wild boar accident. Hey, get the fuck
Hey,
out
T,
of
I want
here.
to ask you something.
Yo,
That nigga
T,
been, hey,
T,
hey,
you
Jude, that
sound
nigga was around Cersei too much.
can somebody confirm this? T sounds like Obi Trice. Can anybody know who Obi Trice is?
Of course.
Real
Yes.
name?
You might
Oh,
be
I
right
ain't
with
gonna
that.
say
You
that
might
last
be right
time.
with
Yeah,
that.
what his laugh, and that's not a knock, T. That's a compliment.
Well,
Office,
you know where
office. Were
my
you about to
people
say you
from.
know Obi
You know I
Trice?
got northern blood. We the north. You know what I'm saying?
I caught my tongue, buddy. I caught my tongue. I know Obi
Good boy.
Trice. He good.
One hit,
I want to ask you
one hit
guys
wonder.
something.
It'd be funny. Hey, Drew, you know what'd be the funniest thing about talking to Northerners? When they hear I'm from down south and then they find out my pops from up north, Jersey to be exact, it'd be funny as hell.
See, you hear Mo?
Nah, what Moshe?
Go,
Let me drop.
go ahead, Mo.
I'll drop and come back.
I wanted to ask. You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
We got you.
I wanted to ask. Michael Carter is your guys' corner. See what is your guys' number 3 or right behind DJ Reader? Or is your slot corner?
Yeah, he's the slot corner.
He's the nickel corner. Yeah, nickel corner.
Who we
Did he get
talking
hurt?
about?
Did he get hurt last game?
He got hurt the game before that.
Oh, because I was looking at the injury report yesterday. I saw him and Reader didn't practice yesterday.
Yeah, they're both out. They're both out
Hey
for this
Mo, you
game.
need a corner? We got a Darius for you. Yeah, we got a Darius.
I got a
Yeah.
Yeah.
question. Who's Porter gonna? Because he travels. Who's he covering? Devontae or
He's gonna be going
or
with
Garrett?
Adams.
Neither.
So
Yo,
who's
you know
covering
what?
Garrett Wilson?
Buckeye, I want to announce to Jeff fans because
Jackson.
it's been such a bad week. We got Devontae Adams.
Yeah, it's
This is
unbelievable, man.
crazy. Let's go.
It's unbelievable.
That's a fact. That's
I
But
crazy.
Pete,
feel
let me
I
tell you
feel
this
like
though,
I
Pete.
feel like I'm about to start
Pete, let
charging
me
the
tell you this to
commute
be.
therapy sessions because I told you niggas y'all was gonna get him what
Let me
five
tell you
weeks
this
ago.
though. Let me tell you this. I have Jets friends, but to be honest, he's not gonna fix all you guys' problems though. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
He might
And I
not
keep
fix
telling
all of them, but he gonna
I
fix
told everybody that.
50%.
I mean, I tell him that. I mean, if you look, I mean, your defense it's still good, but it's not like the same that it used to be like the last 2 years ago. You know what I mean? I know it's dealt with injuries this
Mo,
I
what do you
think
year.
think
it's
happens
more
on
of a
Sunday,
role
Mo?
model gig.
Can I just ask the question? What the fuck did y'all do to Hassan Reddick where that nigga do not want to play for you niggas? What did y'all do?
But let me tell you this though about Reddick. Though, cut you off. Reddick's not gonna be the same player. His career is done after that.
Hold on.
Players who ever sit out,
Wait,
that's it.
T, I'll answer it. They didn't MOP. They didn't ante up.
Wait a minute, T. I got a question for you. What did you guys do to Huff?
What did we do?
Yeah,
What did we do to the bum that we
Oh
got from
Great
man.
you?
question. Great question.
What?
Great question.
We played his bitch ass and he didn't get no better. We played his bitch
he
ass if you
left
wanted
off
to
with
know.
us at 10 sacks. He joined you through 6 weeks, and he's got a half a sack.
No, 1.5. He got one
No,
and
we
a
don't
half.
got 1.5. He said it right the first time.
No,
That
it's a
nigga got a
half.
half a sack, nigga. Don't be lying on him. That nigga don't get no motion over here.
Oh,
That
damn.
nigga ain't having no motion over here in Philly.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie, but we
Mike,
weren't
are you
worried
at
about
work?
Bryce
Mike,
because we got a rookie that's gonna play for the first time on Sunday.
hold on, T.
So
Let me get to Mike. Mike, good morning. Mike, you
More.
here?
Yes, can you hear me, guys?
good
Yeah,
Uh,
it
morning.
sounded like you were in a tunnel.
Got
oh,
good morning,
morning,
Mike.
guys. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, diehard Jeff fans like myself. Uh,
Yes, Mike.
just want to say I'm hoping the Jets give me a gift for Sunday night. I mean, I'm really looking forward to the game, and I don't know. What do you guys think? Are we confident for Sunday night, or what's the story?
I'm not confident, but I do think the Jets are going to pull a Jets, and they have to win.
Yeah,
So I can't put. If they lose, it's pandemonium.
Look,
I
only
think
for
the target
y'all.
number
Only for y'all.
the
Me and
target
Russ
number
have the
should be
same
20
barber, and
points.
since he gonna be the starting quarterback, if y'all need me to deliver any
Who?
messages while I'm at the barbershop today, let me know now.
Here's how I feel because I thought Lazard was washed
Wait,
beyond belief.
wait. Can I ask a
Yeah.
question, Buckeye? T, are you going with or against the grain on the haircut?
What, nigga? You know I go against the grain every time, nigga. You know me. I go against the grain, baby.
That's his motto in
That's my
life. Go
motto,
against the
bro. Like
grain.
I believe in going against the grain,
You
shaking
guys
down
are
the foundation. I
you
believe in
got
that.
you guys are lucky. I haven't been to a barber shop in about 20 years.
Yeah,
Hey
that's what
yo,
do
hey
you
Mike, hey
use to
Mike, hey
shave?
Mike,
What do
hey
you
Mike,
shave it,
like,
Mike?
Yeah, I
yeah,
shave
Mike,
it. Yeah, yep, I shave it. Yeah, or else I look like
yeah,
I'm about
Mike.
90
Why
years
you say
old.
that?
You guys are great. I love you guys. This is awesome talking to you guys every morning.
Appreciate you, bro.
Oh
Really, you
Appreciate you,
guys
shit.
are
man.
great. You guys are great.
Pete, he said I ain't been
I
to a
think
barbershop in 20
It
I
years.
was
think the target
unanimous. Everybody picking the Jets.
Buckeye, I think the target number that we got to get to is 20 points.
Oh God, the race to 20, like Robert Sala.
Yeah, I think
17
so.
to 20.
I mean,
Jets.
you're playing probably the most active defense in the league, and I ain't gonna lie, that front seven can be hell.
Hmm.
And just to let you know that they're getting Alex Highsmith back. That's one of the top D linemen too.
Yep.
You worrying about the wrong one. You should be worried about wherever the fuck that Watt at.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but still, when you get him in the other side, that helps out Watt.
Here's the thing: if
don't
Aaron
nobody
without
need to
Lazard
help that
looking like
boy.
this, Devontae's going to be just fine on this team, man.
I'm gonna be real with you, Mo. I coach, right? You know what I teach my kid that are D linemen?
What's
Watch
up?
TJ. If you want to learn how to come off the ball correctly, watch TJ.
I just wonder if you guys are gonna have a tight end, a chip on that side, or a running back.
I was just going to ask the same question. Great point.
Because they did that last week. The Raiders, they threw three guys at him, and he still got the sack over. What's the name? Aiden O'Connell.
three guys.
I'd run
That's
right at
crazy.
him if I was
Yeah,
the
But
Jets.
y'all,
I'd run
does it
right at
matter
him.
how many niggas you chip block a dude if he's coming off the ball correctly
But
every
let me tell you,
time?
I'll cut you off right there. You know, you just said it right there. I remember that Sunday night game against Seattle. It was like 3 years ago, right? They threw five guys at him, five guys. And he some way went around all five of them. He still punched the ball out, and they still recovered that ball for a fumble.
That white boy
Look it up in
different.
a video. You'll see
He
it up on
different.
YouTube.
He different. He different.
Honestly, I would keep the coverage at a bare minimal on him and attack somewhere else and just try to prevent him from getting to the quarterback
Matter of
per
fact,
se.
you know
You
what? I
don't
want to
need to.
address something.
Why allocate that
Petey
many
Buckeye, you
plays?
remember in the beginning, like just before the season started,
Yep.
we was talking about Hassan Reddick, and somebody said that Matthew Judon was better than Reddick.
That was me too.
And do you retract your statement?
No.
Matthew Judon has a sack and a half. That's what I was thinking about. He has a sack and a half throughout all the games and played damn near every snap.
That's one and a half
Nope.
more than Hassan Reddick this year.
Yep.
Yeah, but he ain't played a
It-
game. That's
It
what he
is what
trying
it
to
is.
tell
It
you,
is what it
nigga.
is.
It's
It
that
is what it
close and
exactly,
is.
bro ain't even
It
played.
is what it
That's what he
is.
trying to tell
exactly.
y'all.
Who has the green dot
Fuck
on defense?
exactly. If he played today, he finished the season with more sacks
Matthew
than
Judon,
Matthew
like
Judon.
You
this
know
is
who's got the same
sad.
amount of sacks as Hassan Reddick this year? Mark Gastineau. Like he's got it. Like this guy's got to take a football field, man.
I still get.
You get him on the field,
I'm not
man. You get
gonna
him on
lie.
the
That's
field.
not the dude that you don't ante up for. Because guess what? That man play hard. You know what I'm saying? He plays to the
Yes,
whistle
you
blow.
do.
Pause. If y'all need a
Now
pause
look.
for that, I didn't think you did, but yeah, pause.
Well, he'll be back soon, so it don't even matter. He'll be back.
Okay.
Who carries the
Yeah.
green dot on
And
defense for the
even
Jets?
if it is just for the remainder of this season,
Sherwood and
we could
Mosley.
use it.
Oh yeah. What's up with C.J. Mosley? I
Lineman.
do need a linebacker. What's up with Cub? Yeah.
Take him. Take him.
Nigga, we
Nah.
will. Fuck you mean? He
June
can't be
they
no
ain't
worse than
June they
N'Kobe
ain't
Dean.
trading him,
Ain't
June.
no way he could be worse than N'Kobe Dean. Ain't no way in God's green earth he could be worse than N'Kobe Dean. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I've seen bad, but
That's
that's
cr-
very bad. I haven't seen worse than N'Kobe.
Hey, the question
You know
is,
what's crazy?
See, that's where you can tell you got
Okay,
management
bro.
problems with your team because these guys should be looked at as better players, but they're definitely, like you said earlier, they're not getting what they need to out of these guys right now.
you have Max Crosby trying to force his way out. We should throw the book at him.
No,
Throw the
you
book at
you
him.
think? Oh, you think you're gonna get the edge rusher? You're gonna get the dude to set the shit. You better know Howie already done talked to Tom. Tom done talked to Jalen. Jalen done talked to Brandon. Bro. Max Crosby probably ordering his
Let
Philly
me ask
order
you.
right now. Like, come on, man, be
Yo,
real.
what's up with the dude Jalen Mills, man?
Huh, oh, I don't know. He don't play on our team no more.
He
He
did
been
play on your team. Come
he
on,
that
T.
that that man ain't been in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, since 2018 Super
Hmm.
Bowl. Yeah, he's been gone long time.
Let let me ask you a question.
Damn, that is a
As
long
far as
time.
Max Crosby, what's the perfect fit for him? I think the Commanders.
June, I almost see. That's why you. That's why
That
you
could
got
be
to pay
true.
full
They have a lot
price.
of cap
That's
space.
why you got to pay full price for the tickets. That right
I
there.
just asked a question, man. I just asked a
Fuck the
question.
Commanders,
I
nigga.
mean,
Don't make them fuck niggas better than what they is.
like I said, I think it would be the perfect fit. Man, you put Max Crosby in on the Commanders.
I don't know. He look like he a
Yo,
cuz.
I think he's going to go to
June. I'm so
Dallas.
spaced out. I thought you were gonna say you put Max Crosby in the commute. That's what I thought you was gonna say.
Mhm.
Oh, look, we would love to have him. We can't we can't pay him what he want, but
Hey y'all, my homeboy from the other side of Twitter, who's a Lions fan, he just hit me in my DM and said, "Nigga, we'll see you pussy ass niggas in the NFC Championship. Wait your turn. Wait your turn. Wait your turn."
I don't know if Philly's gonna make it, man.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
their
You can feel how you feel. You can
yes,
feel
but
that way, and that's
T, hold
cool.
on. T, hold on. Let me defend this point before you jump down my throat. I just think
Pause. Hey
Syria
yo.
pause, yeah, pause for sure.
Nah, I didn't do.
That Sirianni's bad. Sirianni's a bad coach.
He is.
And I think he's holding them back.
He
So
is. But you know what? I got a real nigga at
He
quarterback,
was
and
yelling at
he
their
and you know
fans.
what? He gonna deal with that shit. He gonna deal with that shit. Everybody ain't Nick Saban, goddamn it. Everybody ain't Lincoln Riley. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna always have the greats. You gotta make do with what you gotta do. You hear me? So we gonna do that. Don't worry. We gonna keep the main thing the
yeah,
main
got
thing.
June, if you guys don't mind, guys, I'm gonna shut down early today. I've been spaced out. It's been a long week. Uh, I'm gassed. So I'm gonna shut down. I appreciate you guys. If you guys can subscribe to YouTube on YouTube, Jets Commute. We're live on YouTube. Thank you to everybody coming in today. Have a great weekend. It's going to be a long night, Sunday night, another late night. Uh, June, as always, thank you for helping.
hey,
All
brothers.
right. And I'm going to shut down and just, enjoy my ride and my commute this morning.
Not your literal commute. Hey,
Have
hey,
a great
PD.
weekend,
Hey, PD.
everybody.
You know we
Well,
gonna be in jet life.
Oh, yeah, this week. Good luck.
Yeah, you know who coming back home to his home. You know it. You know
Yeah.
what's going on.
Guys, have a great weekend. All right. I'm
All
I'm
right,
shutting
man.
down. All right.
And as
Go Yankees.
usual, fuck fuck the
Go Dodgers.
Bills
Fuck
and
wrong
go
with you?
Let's
Hey
go
yo,
Mets. Good night, guys. Good
y'all
day.
gonna get that ass whooped in 2 games. Bye.
Peace out.